Guys, on the menu today, we have full body dynamic effort. More than anything, this is my fun day. This is my play day in the gym. It's also my rest day. My rest day from lifting weights, from getting after it in the hypertrophy context. Admittedly, since I started training heavier and heavier and putting majority exercises in that 3 to 6 rep range, I do feel a little slower, a little stiffer. Unfortunately, that's unacceptable. My son should not be able to outrun me or jump higher than me or move faster than me in any kind of way for at least, I'm gonna say 20 years. Like, he needs to be in his peak physical prime before he's able to do those things. I'm gonna keep up with him for a very long time is what I'm trying to tell you. So to make sure that that is the case, I like to do these fun, explosive, dynamic effort kind of days. So join along with me, check it out. Maybe you'll get some ideas for yourself for how you can stay quick, how you can keep that pep in your step, have that pop, have that snap ability.
All right, first up we have these box-to-box box jumps. These are a nice happy medium between doing them static, going from a dead stop, and walking up to it or damn near running up to it like people like to do. This is a nice middle ground because, yes, you get a little wind up, you get a little momentum, but there's also only so much that you can get. We're thinking big air before you wind up, and we're thinking spring off the toes. It's easy to be so focused on the knee tuck too early that you forget, hey, how am I going to get there, and how am I going to get there faster, get even higher? By using my legs, by driving through my legs, driving through the toes. Think about that spring. This is just above hip height for me standing. I don't do these very often. Admittedly, these felt some kind of way. That's actually my favorite thing about a box jump, and for the everyday person, what I think the most functional use of it is that you get to a certain height and there's this hesitancy. There's this, You're not sure if you're going to be able to make it, especially if you're adding height set to set, testing yourself, right? Outside of one of my restaurants I used to manage, there was this deck that was about the height I'm actually was doing before, and I stayed outside for like an hour trying to jump on this fucking thing. I just kept hesitating, walk it off, go for it, would hesitate, walk it off. I was like, I'm not fucking going home until you conquer this shit. Which I did. Very satisfying. Wife was pissed I was home late. Yikes. We live and learn. So one thing with the box jump, a reason that you might feel slower than you want to, a reason you might not be traveling as high as you would like, is the strength of that hip flexor. For me, specifically, doing my right side, it really highlights how weak that right hip flexor is. It just does not want to launch. That knee does not want to pick up in a snappy fashion. Lefty is a little better. Makes sense. That's my stronger leg. I favor that leg. Unilateral work, single leg, single arm work cannot be overstated how important it is. You are only as strong as your weakest link. If you have an imbalance, it is affecting every single one of your compound lifts. So up next, one of the coolest, unique novelty items at the gym brick that I train my clients out of is these jammer arms. This is some damn NFL action here. It's pretty cool. So we got jammer arm clean and press. I get to enjoy the explosivity, the dynamic effort, without having to worry about the technique of the clean and press. It's like a Smith machine for Olympic lifts. So it's a fixed path, rolling the handle in the hand. All of these dynamic lifts, they're so fun because you can only express as much power as your kinesthetic awareness will allow you to. Your timing, your transitions when you shift from legs to hips to core to upper body, the follow through, and every rep of these movements is an opportunity to do all of that a little bit better. Every rep of every single exercise you're going to see here, I'm thinking, can I move it faster? Can I make it smoother? Can I get even more snap? Can I travel up the chain as smoothly as possible? And every time I get closer and closer to that perfect rep, it's this light bulb moment. It's this green check mark. It's like, okay, that one felt fucking awesome. From the millisecond it started to the millisecond it ended, that was smooth, that was fun. So next we have jumping pull-ups. And as I was doing these, kind of highlighted how important this is for me and how important it might be for you to do these kind of reactive catching type moves where you're redirecting force. Yes, you're muscling with speed on the way up, and then on the way down, how fine-tuned can you get on that negative? Because a big reason I started doing super slow negatives, pausing at the bottom of every single exercise, is because I had ungodly joint pain in my elbows from too much slow bar squatting, from just a whole bunch of fuckery in the gym. Obsessed with powerlifting style training. So at the time, more bodybuilding style training, slow negatives, pausing was, it literally saved me. It's what kept me in the gym, because I could guide the tension. Okay, it's in the muscle, it's in the muscle, it's in the muscle, not in the joints. And I've pretty much been riding that wave ever since for the last 2 to 3 years. And now it's a thing where, okay, that's good, but I don't want to lose that reactive ability. I don't want to be caught off guard if in everyday life there is something that I have to catch or have to be quick or have to absorb a weight and then redirect it. That is not an ability I'm interested in losing. And it's not an ability that I want to have, but at the cost of joint pain. So I'm being very mindful of some of these, like which one of these are lighting the joints up, and this is telling me that there's work to be done, right? So had some rotational slams there. Those are a lot of fun. Kettlebell swings have got to be one of the most butchered movements I see in the gym. The goal is to do a dynamic hip hinge. It should look like a wide stance RDL done in a rapid fashion. If the weight floats in the air for a few seconds, you know you're doing it right, because that's how hard you're firing your hips. When done correctly, that swing can completely change your game. Okay, so next I'm on the rower. I'm just counting reps here, and I like to, same as the swings, get a few, or again, fine-tuning the timing, fine-tuning the lean back, how far forward do I go? Are my legs driving before the arms kick in? Am I synced up head to toe? And then once all that is feeling good and proper, it's time to get after it. This rower is one of the most satisfying pieces of gym equipment you can use. You can just get after it, and whatever you give it, it's going to give it right back on that next stroke. Very satisfying. Think of it like a leg press. Arms and back come in a few seconds after the legs are doing majority of the work. Nice little bit of lean back at the very end. Pull that handle into your sternum so damn hard that it's almost jarring. And then rinse and repeat. Way the hell forward, way the hell back. I slept on this machine for years. I have always seen it in the gym. I probably fucked around with it a few times, but I never really put much stock into it. And then a good friend of mine, Peter, did a 24-hour rowing competition for Rogue. He actually won it. Pretty epic. So watching him get after it on the rower many times a day, every day, got my gears turning. I was like, man, this thing does look pretty fucking fun. And he's going on and on about it. So he got me bit by the bug. And like I said, this thing is just freaking satisfying. Anything that you can go 11 out of 10 on, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the most output you could possibly give it without having to stop. It's a very satisfying thing. So next we have med ball slams. Taking a few to get the rhythm. And then again, talking about that redirection of force. If you do these right and have your core tight and you're absorbing the force on the way up and then redirecting it to the ground, I have had bruising in my abs from doing these med ball slams. Same as the rower. Really, both of those share that, where on the way up, on these or on the way back in the rower, your abs are catching you, because otherwise you would just fly back. So very, very underrated core exercise among all the other reasons you would do those. Finishing up here with, I said the jammer arms are my favorite, but actually the relentless rope is easily my favorite piece of unique gym equipment here at Brick. I have it on the 2 setting. This thing will humble you. Even these are feeling some kind of way, like it feels pretty heavy. I'm trying to move it like everything else in this session, as fast as possible, as dynamic as possible, but after 10 seconds, that kind of dies out. So everything I did today was either in a 1 to 5 range or with a time duration of like 10 to 15 seconds. As soon as the speed slows down, I'm out. Again, this is a rest day. This is just me having a good time, making sure my nervous system still has the ability to snap, to explode, to pop. Having a lot of fun here on the 1 setting. It just looks silly. Gets a little sloppy. Oh well, having some fun on the way out. Really enjoyed this session. If you have any questions about how to set up dynamic training, let me know. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you